should I even start this? I should do this way. Okay. This is going to be a day where we will do an island hopping trip here in Tablas, and we are here with Bryan. The
subscribe. Romblon Island Xplorer.
Yeah. He's the tour organizer here, and he was very nice to pick us up from Footprints, and we are here in Calatrava. Looks like a very nice town, to be honest. And we are now going with Bank as usual. And the trip, I cannot really tell exactly how it's going to be because I forgot some of these places, but we're going to have a little bit of island, a really deep hole in the sea, and as well as a nice beach where we will eat food. And with us we joined here with two people from Spain.
Hello.
It's
Mireia.
and then
Albert, hello.
Let's go!
how do you feel like with the dogs greeting you?
We're gonna hike a bit.
This is Turtle Cove. We're just gonna stay here for a short while. So according to Bryan, there's a cave over here that actually leads, it's more like a tunnel, so it leads to the other side, but you need to dive to get through there. So let's have a look. Alright, so here's the cave. Let's look how it looks like down there, because I'm not going to lean. Don't make a too long step. I can't see from here, but I think I've seen enough. So what I think, and also what Bryan told me, is that this is very similar to El Nido, but without the tourists. Right now it's really just us here, and Bryan, and the dog, which is now marking his territory. Mini El Nido, right?
Yeah, it's a little El Nido of Tablas.
So if you think there's too many people in El Nido, just come here instead. You get a very similar experience. This dog right here is very obsessed with women, but not the brown one. He is really obsessed with women, but not with men. Alright, the dogs are a little bit sad because you said you need to say bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. Lapus lapus. According to Bryan, it means going through. Don't confuse it with lapu lapu. It's completely different. Here you can see there's a small cozy community that lives here. As a matter of fact, there's a lot of coves that has communities here, and they are not connected to roads, so the only way for them to get to towns and such is through a banca. And it's like that in many places in the Philippines where people live in remote areas like this, completely inaccessible through anything but the sea. Where Bryan said he actually have quite a long work history. He used to work in Manila, and he also used to work on cruise ship. What he said when he was in Manila, he just really prefers it here instead. Province life is overall superior to whatever stress you endure in Manila. So that's I think that's a thing that a lot of Filipinos who are not originally from Manila should learn. Here, Kuya Bryan is preparing the food.
Yeah, I changed to my other job as a chef.
Yeah, chef. Bryan told us that there's a sort of like a cliff or drop off over here on the water. That's why we. Huh?
We just killed our GoPro.
Killed? They killed the GoPro. Ay, how do you say it in Spanish? Ay caramba?
Ay caramba.
Ay caramba. Well, yeah, as you said, there's a cliff something over here, so we're gonna try to go snorkel there to see what we can see. What did you find?
This is like the spider something snail. And in what do you call this? In Virgin Islands in Bohol, they sell this for like quite expensive, maybe 250 for a bigger one. But I don't want to eat it because look at the eyes. Look at the eyes. Can you see the
It's
eyes?
getting out. It's getting out, mate.
Can you see the eyes?
Yeah, I can see the eyes.
Yeah, look at the eyes. It's
Yeah.
so cute. Like,
She's staring
I
at
want
us.
to look at it.
Bye bye. So let's hope if this will fix their GoPro. We're not gonna use the oldest trick in the book for electronics that has gotten wet, is to just soak it in dry rice, bigas. And I just learned here that locally they call bigas bugas. What's this?
At new. Oh, this is their delicacy. It's called sarsa here.
Salsa.
It's made of coconut and shrimp.
Oh, okay.
Sugar is
Banana
too bigger?
Yeah, puso
Okra.
Spicy?
No, it's slimy.
It's acquired taste like this. See?
But it's very delicious.
Like aloe vera, no?
It's not spicy.
Either you like it or not.
I like the texture. Right? Here, as always, it's usually delicious. Usually, we cannot guarantee, but I assume it's delicious because the guy is very nice. So actually these people here were not supposed to come, they just arrived in Footprints yesterday. And then we had already booked the trip here.
Make sure you told them I cook, huh?
Yeah, of course, you cook.
I cook.
The perfect chef.
Just don't tell my wife.
Because when I was home,
So the thing is that it was only supposed to be us two because we booked it yesterday, but then
This is more appetizing.
we thought it would be nice if they come, because you see here all this food.
eat all the food.
We would not be able to eat all of this alone. Oh, so there's already some visitors appearing right now. But good thing for us, we're leaving. Now, one thing I want to mention is that if you're looking up like we did with on the travel blogs and such on how to do island hopping tours, there's usually this Deo who comes up. And if you try to call his number, it's not working and his Facebook page is down, but don't worry, he's still alive, it's just that he's retired. And he's in fact a good friend of Kuya Bryan as well. So right now Kuya Bryan is mostly the primary tour organizer who has kind of taken over for him. So right behind us here is the White Rock. Well, it doesn't really look that white, does it? Well, the reason why it's called White Rock is because there used to be a lot of white birds here that sat on it, giving it kind of a white impression. But right now, these birds are not here anymore, so now it's just a dark grey rock. But this is a good spot for freediving, so that's what we're gonna do now. Right here is, this should be Tinagon Dagat. There's actually a lake behind here, but we're going to it later. Right now we're just going to be in this area where we can do cliff jumping. 1, 2, 3. Wow. So that's one way to get through here. That was actually what I was thinking of doing, but then fear of height is kicking in, because if you misstep, you're gonna fall down here. And yeah, my mind is acting irrational. I mean, the jump is so easy, so instead we just decided to go a little bit easier way.
Not here, but straight here, straight here.
Yeah, how deep is it?
It's deep enough. Like
enough.
when you reach the water.
Oh, that's a turtle.
Yeah, you're right there.
Turtle.
Turtle!
Oh, you're drone.
Well, I don't think I have much of a choice. But I have to get down easily, huh? Ready? 3, 2, 1. Buhay! Buhay ako! And now here we are at Tinegang Daga.
Yeah.
Yes, it's a small saltwater lake.
Yep.
On this peninsula here, and it's just right by the cliff diving. It's just a short trip around.
When all you had burns to the sky, it's all too late, and you wonder why, Cornelia.
So we're nearing our end of our trip. Right behind here is, what is it called again?
Chicken joy.
Chicken Joy. Because it's shaped like a drumstick. But no, the real name.
We're going in the Wahan, the real name.
Duahan.
In the Wahan.
In Duahan. So, but we're not going there. We're going straight to a place now called Blue Hole. Don't expect something like in Belize where you have this huge blue hole that goes really far down. Now this one is not that deep, but it's still like a hole in the seafloor. So that's going to be very nice to take some cool photos and also dive in. I don't know how deep, but it's online it says it's 10 meters to get to the mouth of the hole, and then the bottom is 30 meters or something. So let's see how deep we can go. There should be somewhere around here. Bryan will show us the way, and let's see if all of us can at least get a little bit down there. It's quite deep. It's around I get down to 16 meters, so and there's still maybe 5 or 7 meters more, but it's around less than 30 meters deep, so 25 meters max, I guess. There's also, as you probably saw, there's a tunnel going that direction, and it leads into the open, but I don't really have the experience to go through that one yet, so maybe in the future we come back here and try the blue hole again. But it's really beautiful, it's really beautiful down there. Very nice dive. Not only the blue hole, I mean it's pretty amazing as I said, and it's also very deep, but I'm not taking any chances to go too deep because my body just doesn't feel comfortable enough. I need more experience if I'm gonna go deeper. But the dive itself afterwards, where we are swimming to this cove here, me and Bryan, we saw turtle and the corals and everything was so pristine and so well preserved. That's what I really like about this place. It's very well preserved, and because it doesn't seem like people are doing dynamite fishing here, or that has been a thing in the past. You don't see that much corals washed up. It's paradise. And now we're gonna go to the view deck, or at least me, together with our Spanish friends. May is gonna stay back because she's very tired. So we're gonna go through this path here to the view deck up there. It's a pretty steep hike, but I'm gonna make it. If this is the right way though, but it's a very nice path up here. Okay, I kinda gave up. I don't think this is actually the right direction because we've been walking, or I have been walking very far, so I'm gonna turn around here. But this is a very nice route to go. Although I think this one is going to the lighthouse actually, because there's a lighthouse here. But that's not the view deck. Thus, I'm gonna turn around and go here. Alright.
Where are they?
I have no idea. Where is this the right way? That way?
No.
Where's the view deck? Oh, right there, okay.
Where are they?
I don't know.
Really?
Yeah. I just turned around because I thought this was
No, you went
the right.
from this way?
Yeah?
Oh, they're in the lighthouse.
Oh, okay.
But the building is right here.
Okay, then I'll go to the view deck. Oh, there, view deck. So that's the view deck. Alright. They have a pretty cool drone, the Mavic 3, Mavic 3 Mini.
Mini 3.
Yeah, Mini 3, sorry. And it's a very quite advanced. It's a kind of one I had the idea of buying. It's very handy, very small, long flight time, and still quite a good camera. And a screen as well, so you don't need to bring your phone. And now, I think this is the end of the trip.
Yeah.
So now we're going back to Calatrava.
Footprints.
Footprints, of course.
Footprints Resort.
The end point. So yeah, this is Calatrava. This is where our tour started, and to be fair, I don't think I served this town any justice. It looks very nice, and one thing that is very interesting is you see the statue here? It's made of marble. That's one thing we're going to show later eventually with Romblon. It's actually the marble capital of the Philippines, and as well the sign Calatrava over here is also made of marble. Okay, thank you so much. Ingat po. But we kinda need to rush home because we want to reach the sunset in time. So let's go! Thus we reached sunset kinda just in time to witness the beautiful twilight.
What do you want me to say?
I just want to say thank you very much for the really good tour here. If you want to do a highland hopping tour in Tablas, in the North of Tablas, and there's also other tours that he organizes as well, including in the south.
Yeah.
And then what else do you organize?
Carbo Island, Sibuyan, Romblon, then Tablas, Full Tablas. Actually, the province of Romblon, so
Yeah.
anything about Romblon, look for me.
Definitely recommend him. So yeah, his Instagram is here,
Yeah.
his phone number is here,
Oh, right.
and his YouTube channel is here. I will try to put it all the way. So yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Hope to come back and see you again
Yes.
someday. Yeah.
Check him out. So yeah, if you enjoyed this adventure, please hit the like button and then also subscribe button as well if you're new to the channel. And also follow me on Instagram. And until then, see you on the next adventure. Bye bye.